And just when you thought, everything was going a little too well, this MacBook, short of a few cosmetic blemishes, this thing was in perfect condition. The keyboard had very little miles on it, like there was some shininess to it, but not a whole hell of a lot. There's a small dent over on this corner of the lid, and the bottom has a bit of scratching on it, as he said in the video introducing this thing, but I'm gonna take a wild guess that that's there because somebody had an asset tag on this thing, or they had some kind of anti-theft system or something, and they had to scrape it out before they put this up for sale, because again, to reiterate, this came from a school, and I have reason to believe this MacBook in particular was owned by a faculty member, so it wasn't like thrown out into the thick of it with kids battering on it day after day, and would not be surprised in this case if it were. If it were put out to kids and they battered the crap out of it, I would not be surprised at what's happening, but, given that this was used by a faculty member, and for the most part they tend to take care of the products they're given, yeah, I'm not happy about this. As you can see, we've got a nice line going just right across the display, and in my opinion, this is actually worse than the 2012, because the 2012 had a line going down. Now, the reason why I think this is worse is because, as you can see, maybe over here, I'll try to get a little bit closer, it's actually cutting through text. Now, on bigger text like this, it's not that much of a problem, but on smaller text on some websites, the line goes through it, it's barely readable. On top of that, going straight down, it wasn't that bad, in my opinion. The main reason I got rid of the 2012 is because the screen was going to be too expensive to replace, coupled with the fact that 4 gigs of RAM was being kind of limiting to me. So it wasn't just the screen that prompted me to get this guy, but it was one of the top reasons, and this is kind of disappointing because display assemblies for this thing are still fairly expensive. Not as bad as the 13-inch, thankfully, but still pretty up there, like the better part of $100. I saw one on eBay for like 50, but it had a humongous amount of backlight bleed over in the corner, which that feels like I'm just trading one problem for another. But I'm beginning to wonder if these displays are just junk, because I don't think it's a fluke that I've had this happen on 2 separate MacBook Airs, though in my defense, on the 2012, it came to me with that line in the display. So I don't know what had happened to it, what caused it to be like that. But this one, for the last 2 weeks, has been flawless. And around midnight today, which is 3:47 a.m. now, is when this thing just threw that line there. And I was browsing Reddit at the time, so I just thought it was like Reddit having a layout problem, because it appeared as like a really faint white line at the time. No, I minimized Firefox, and my reaction was, what the fuck? What the hell? Like, why? Because the thing that worries me is getting the replacement screen for this thing is going to be a bit of a pain. 1, because finances are a bit on the tight side. 2, we're in the middle of the pandemic, so getting parts is not going to be easy. There's going to be some constraints on parts. Their prices are going to be going up. It's just going to be a royal nightmare all around. So I'm probably just going to have to deal with this as it is. What we're going to try and do, well, what I'm going to try and do, since this is only a 2-week-old computer in my possession, I'm going to see if hopefully we can get a partial refund for this, because that would be awesome, because I still owe $100 on this machine to the friend who helped me buy it. And if essentially I can get that like wiped and be allowed to put that towards the screen, that'll be a lot better. Hell, I know where that government stimulus check is going if I ever get it. But it's really unfortunate. Like, Ryan's 2015 11-inch has been completely fine as far as I know. I just seem to get the bad luck here, because 2 people on the little blurb video have commented that this seems to be a common enough problem that it's just going to be a fun thing to roll the dice on. So I'm hoping I can get a new screen sometime soon, because this shouldn't bother me, because like the laptop is still perfectly usable, but just the fact that that was one of the big reasons why I even justified getting this thing, because the screen with the planned upgrades, like you saw how I was trying to unlock with my Apple Watch, I would have to get a new Wi-Fi card for that to work, get a new battery, all that wonderful stuff. After putting all that together price-wise and the new display, I would be most of the way towards one of these machines. So I figured, why not just buy a new machine, or, new machine, you get what I'm saying, rather than plunking down that money on the 2012. So that's kind of why I'm disappointed. In the grand scheme of things, this is still usable, but given the reasons why I justified even getting this thing to begin with, is kind of why I'm just over it at this point. So hopefully I'll have some good news. Obviously it's 3:30 in the morning, or 3:50 in the morning, and there's not going to be much in the way of updates from the friend who helped me buy this because he's probably currently asleep. So hopefully something good will happen with this. I'm more bummed about losing my stickers though, because man, I'm not going to be able to get one of these again. I'm going to try and salvage these though, but anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this because I sure didn't, and I'll see you guys later.